Hey there, Postal here. Today we've got the Ki-162-I. Plane took me I enjoy the plane. It can have its struggles for sure, but I thought today would be a good day to take a look at this plane again, based on the Sakura Petals we've got going on. Right now you've got all of the Ki fighters, light fighters anyway, are on discount all the way up to tier 10, and the combination of that and actually having the tier 8, 9, and 10 cheaper as far as experience is concerned means you can get down this line pretty quickly. Personally, this wasn't my favorite line. You know, they're not bad planes, but they're kind of outclassed by a lot of other things that are out there. The perception is that they're pretty high altitude, or higher than normal altitude, and I think they're just higher than the zero lines, and that's why people tend to think them as high altitude. BF-109 and the Mustangs are going to completely outclass these particular planes as far as altitude performance is concerned. And even just taking the time to get that high, it leaves them vulnerable to those other planes to knock them out of the sky. However, once you get to the tier 8, it really does tend to get the tier 8, in my opinion, is kind of a pinnacle plane for this, because it does have a pretty good altitude performance. It's very maneuverable and has 230s and 220s. Once you get to the Ki-162, you lose those 20s, you get 230s, a little bit better 30s, hit really hard, but there's only 2 of them, so sometimes it takes a little while to get it on target. But that being said, considering the whole line is on discount, 15% at tier 8 and above, 30% at tier 6 and 7, I think, 5, 6, 7 maybe, and then like 50% off on the lower tiers. So it's a good time to try the line out, see if it fits your playstyle. A lot of people like this particular line more than the zero line. And I can understand why. It's a well-balanced plane. I just think there's better lines out there, like the Spitfire line. But anyway, let's hop into a battle and see what we can pull out today. Alright, so we've got our tier 9 Ki-162. Let's take a look and see what we can do. Well, got mine auxiliaries I can't do much about. Where'd everybody go? There was just on a bunch of tier 8 through 10 battles, and there's a bunch of people. It's lunchtime maybe, and that's why people are running away. So I'm actually going to go to the garrison in the center here, just so I can go from the garrison to the comm center, or to the comm center. We can at least flip one sector. Get a little bit higher up here. So this plane does have a much higher altitude rating than, I say much, but it's got a better altitude rating than like the Yak line. And so when you like run into yaks, you can bring them up to your level, so to speak, and you know that way you're lowering their maneuverability. You can do that with any of the planes. Like I'll run into J7Ws, and those particular planes, if they're up high, I know I can outmaneuver them, whereas typically it might be an even footing. You know, never be one of those suckers that plays a match that has even footing. I know I can outmaneuver this guy, high or low. He is a very maneuverable plane, but not that maneuverable. BF-109G, so we got Yak 15s up too high, so we can take care of him. Try to get rid of this guy first, alright? I'm actually not afraid of the Yak 15 at this height, where the Ki could cause me some issues, just because it's, you know, it's me. It's me! So Yak 15's getting outmaneuvered by Yak 15, but I also know he's way too high. You know, way down low there. I know that he'd own me, but in this kind of situation, I was able to have it pulled up. So let's go get this comm center real quick while we can. Because goodness knows they got the comm center on their end, which is just, I mean, the comm center near us, which is just weird. I don't understand what's going on. Let's see if I can knock out his engines and stick with him. Excellent. Got a multi-roll of some sort on our tail. Get my boost back. Oh, he's back for more. He's like the only multi-roll that I thought could stick with me for a little while. At least at this height, but I think he's pulling me back to his other multi-roll friend. If I can't hit him, that's probably a very good plan. Dang, is that a J7W behind me? I'll take a look in a second. One thing that you can do against the J7 is just kind of outspeed him, right? They've got no... Oh, it's an I-260. Oh, Jesus, never mind. I've been kind of lucky not to get my friggin' ass handed to me.
Attention all fighters. Enemy bombers detected.
I'm gonna go up high just because it's always easy to get back down. Sometimes it's not as easy to get back up high. There we go. This thing will eat multi-rolls all day. I'm glad the 260 wasn't actually hitting me, because that thing will tear you up if you let it. This Batwing again, kind of hang out in the center. Watch out for rockets in the face. Got a heavy coming behind us too, but if I keep wiggling, he probably won't even start to target me. I say that. Oh, it's a DO. It's just a very fast aircraft. Apparently unhittable. It is not that unhittable though, holy freaking crap. Wasn't sure what if something was coming behind me or if I was getting like rear flak from that ground pounder. Thank you, finally, holy monkeys. 262, just gonna stick away from him. So I'm gonna come back around. We got a multi-roll up top here. Whatever multi-roll it is, it's up too high, and multi-roll altitude performance is pretty lackluster. 262, I saw him shooting at me, but it was either one of those situations where he's going to hit me or he wasn't. He didn't.
The command centers are under our control. Communication with the headquarters
Is he coming back, or am I just catching up? Not catching up, and he's not coming back, so neither of those situations. I can get this 288. Some of these new bombers that are out there are just like destroy these German light fighters. 288's pretty tough on Ki, but it's not typically the end of the world kind of thing. I guess it matters if I actually hit him. Well, guess I can't hit him, and hopefully I don't die here. Some hit points back. Come back at him from below. Here we go. Let's get this. Oh, this is the Tier 9 version. Nice. Oh, what am I doing? It's one of those moments like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Postal? Life flashes before your eyes. Luckily it would have been before the squall line, but now we're after the squall line, and we gotta make sure we're doing okay.
You're on your own.
Let's dive on down here. Let's make sure that we don't kill ourselves. Really? Wasn't expecting that. Oh, and my guns have overheated. Holy freaking crap, that was too close. Oh, I didn't have my
Victory is ours. We're waiting for your return.
didn't have it off cooldown, but oh, another McCampbell. I get McCampbells all day when I'm not trying to. Still have flashbacks about that. Anywho, actually needed to get a Hero of the Sky badge. I think I need to get 3 of these if I remember correctly, so it's nice to get one of those. Akamatsu, McCampbell, let's head on back. Yeah, I got a decent amount of goodies here. More worried about... Alright, so yeah, I got some more... Yep. Getting all the missions I need to get. 16 frags. And so what you can see there is... This plane is very strong when you keep it out of trouble. It's one of those planes that you do not want to be the center of attention. It can't survive being the center of attention. It's just outside the maneuverability threshold, so to speak, to be like, in the middle of a hornet's nest. It's just unmaneuverable enough to get itself into trouble and not be able to get itself out. It's just slow enough to not be able to get itself out of trouble. And so it's very good at being like on the perimeter. You dive in, you take care of those low hit point airplanes, and you dive back out. It's very good in one-on-one situations. If you're keeping your head on a swivel, you can avoid some of those heavy fighters that might try to come in and dive at you. But it is not the world's best dogfighting plane. It is not the world's best altitude performer. It's not the best speed. It's really not the best at anything. And so you look for areas of opportunity. Look for where you have the ability to outperform another plane, whether it's outmaneuver them or outspeed them or out hit them, and take advantage of those situations. So I hope this particular video, it wasn't the world's best by any means, but I hope it kind of gives you a heads up on the Ki-162-I, or I, or whatever the last part of the name of it is. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's not my favorite by any means, a Tier 9 especially, but it's still a fun plane. I've been playing it quite a bit, even before I realized that there was the mission going on, and it's a lot more fun than it isn't. Just be prepared to have your engine knocked out, and be okay with sometimes not hitting because of the mechanics of these particular guns. As long as you're okay with that, you can have a lot of fun with it, and you can make an impact. You might not necessarily be able to carry battles in this plane like you would some other planes out there, but you can definitely have a positive impact on a game. Alright, so that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Give the video a like if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't. And have you started going down this line? Are you going to take advantage of the discounts? I would recommend it. I'm a cheapie, so I always try to take advantage of any discounts that are ongoing. And that's why I actually got this plane, was because of the March of Nations. I'm going to try to get the Tier 10 because of this discount line. I might not even like the Tier 10. Didn't think I'd like this plane, but I do enjoy it. So, anywho, enough of my rambling. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.